Hmm. Good morning, friends. Good afternoon, good day, wherever you're at. And we are beginning our practice arriving in a child's pose. So, your choice how you want to come to the space where you want to be in traditional child's pose with the knees together, or a extended child's pose with the knees slightly apart enough for the torso to come in between the legs. Reaching the arms forward and letting the head come and touch the ground or yearn for the mat. We arrive and begin and allow ourselves to settle in here in this position in our Balasana. Breathing in through the nose and exhaling out of the mouth. In our practice today, we are moving through something of the three worlds. This is through the tradition of the Peruvian Chicana. This is a tradition that we use in our Kula as a backbone, as a structure, as a flow to see ourselves, our inner world, and the world around us through different perspectives. And this is a Chicana, a physical representation of the Incan cross. And as we arrive in this child's pose close to the earth, we are welcoming in the first energy, the first world, the lower world, Ukupacha. Continuing to breathe deeply into the body, simply settling in with the breath. Inhaling through the nose and sighing it out of the mouth. Drinking in that breath, that air for the first time today in the deepest way. Filling up the lungs, filling up the back body as we connect to the lower world, this world of our subconscious, our thoughts, our patterns, our history of our connection to our ancestors, to our beginning, to our birth. All of what has made us today is in the lower world. Honoring this space and all of its teaching, we begin to relate and bring in the energy of the serpent. Gazing between the hands, lift up, inhale and exhale, walk the hands over to the right, reaching through the left hand, allowing that left hip to still anchor into the body. Breathing into the sideline, rolling the shoulders back, gaze at the ground, the back of the neck long. The energy of the serpent is a reminder to use our senses, so sensing our body, the sensation of touch, the sensation of activation, of breathing. As you next inhale, rise, walk the hands back to center, and exhale, bringing them over to the left, reaching through the right side now, anchoring through that right hip, breathing through the whole right side body. Roll the shoulders back, gaze is down, neck is long. Breathe. Breathing in through the nose, using a sense of smell to connect you, to bring you in a little bit more. Maybe licking the lips and taking a few swallows to see the sensation of taste. As you inhale next to center, exhale, head down, arms, hands come close to the body. As you inhale, slowly rise up onto the knees, maybe finding a block to come underneath the sit bones to bring some of the weight off of the joints, off of the knees, off of the legs. Bringing the hands down onto the thighs, closing the eyes, bringing the awareness, the attention inward to the inner worlds, to the inner realms, the ones that are invisible that only we can see in our mind's eye. Breathing in through the nose, lengthen the spine, lift up through the heart, roll the shoulders back. As you exhale, root down through the sits bones. Feel that energy connecting, growing, rooting down as you lift and lengthen up. A beautiful, nice, long engagement of the spine. Keeping the hands down if you wish to feel grounded. Or if you want, bringing the hands up to feel, to receive. Or if you have a mudra of your own, a traditional one that you've used in your practice, or something that feels intuitive right now. To begin and hold for our breath, our pranayama, and we will move into our Kapalabhati this morning. This is a diaphragmatic breath in from our navel. We bring our belly button in and up towards the heart. We have a nice snapping action here in the core. We only must focus on the exhalations. The inhalations are passive. I will cue, so only listen and stay focused and connected with the breath and connected to this place, the center of the body. Take a full breath in, full breath out. Inhale the lungs, 3/4 capacity, and begin. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Exhale, 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 exhaling all of the stale air out. Full breath in, full breath out. Inhale the lungs, 3/4 capacity. Pause, hold, retain the breath, and engaging the bandhas, lifting the pelvic floor, feeling that navel fly in and up towards the heart as the chin gently tucks the back of the neck, grows, engaging in Mahabandha, this great lock in the body, this seal of energy here in the torso. When you are ready to release, first release the bandhas, any activation, and then the breath. Resting for a moment, notice what happened, what sensations came up, what efforts or challenges, restrictions or blocks in the mind. These are messages from the lower world that arise to the forefront for us to look at, to see what the messages they hold, the lessons, the medicine, the healing. We'll go for another round of our Kapalabhati breath, our skull shining breath, purifying ourselves, awakening ourselves, creating heat and bringing awareness and wholeness to bring us here and present. Beginning to take a breath in, exhale it out. Inhale the lungs, 3/4 capacity, and begin. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Exhale, 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 exhaling all of the air out. Full breath in, full breath out. Inhale the lungs, 3/4 of the way. Pause, hold, floating here as you collect that energy, first rooting from the Bandha, Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, Jalandhara Bandha. This great lock, manipulating your own pranic energy, resting in it, floating in it. And when you're ready, release the bandha, release the breath. Find a natural rhythm of breathing. Relax in the sensation of calling in the energy of the lower world, Ukupacha, the place of our shadows, place of our stories, our history, our patterns. Calling in the energy of the serpent, Pachamama. She teaches us how to navigate through these realms, through the lower world, through these spaces within us, using our senses, reminding us that we shed as well. Shedding our skin feels uncomfortable. What feels uncomfortable may be a message that we have outgrown, that we can shed as well. Giving thanks to the energy of the serpent for her medicine, her message, for what she represents. Blinking the eyes open. Bringing the hands in front of you onto the mat, finding tabletop for a moment, removing the block if you had it, and bringing the hands, hips back to the heels. Active child's pose, gazing between the hands as you exhale all of the air out. Inhale, rise, lift up onto the knees, arms extend up to the sky, gaze up. Exhale, mini back bend, goalpost the arms, heart lifts. Inhale, reach the arms back up, gaze forward. Exhale, lean back, arms forward, making a Z in the body. Inhale, lift up to the sky. As exhale, bow back down, hands wide enough so the body can pass through. Inhale, nose, chest, belly slides onto the mat. Inhale, rise to a cobra. Exhale, down. Inhale, press yourself up. Exhale, hips back, moving through this flow. Inhale, rise. Exhale, mini back bend, heart up. Inhale, extend, gaze forward. Exhale, lean back, arms forward, making a Z in the body. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, gaze forward. Slither through on the belly. Inhale, rise to cobra. Exhale, down. Inhale, press up. Exhale, hips back. Once more, inhale, rise. Exhale, mini back bend. Inhale, lift, arms up, gaze forward. Exhale, lean back. Inhale, up. Exhale, place the hands down, gaze through as you inhale, slither your way through, embodying that cobra, that serpent energy. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, hips back, breathe. Pressing the hands into the mat, keeping the forearms active, or off the mat, keeping the arms active. Roll the shoulders back. As you actively press into the ground, this begins to fire up the arms, the triceps underneath the armpits, the serratus anterior muscles we call in for our chaturanga arms in our yoga practice. Breathing through the back body, finding a full breath. Engaging in our ujjayi breath, finding a restriction in the back of the throat. Allowing this breath to calm the nervous system. This breath can be a point of focus, allowing you to stay here and present and full in your movements. Gazing forward, inhale up, rising to that tabletop position, Varmanasana. Hands underneath the shoulders, fingertips spread out wide, pressing into the ground to create space through the back body, eliminating any sinking in the chest. No giant arch in the back yet as we press into the ground, knees under hips. Take a neutral breath in and exhale, rounding through the body, chin to chest, hips forward, a big round in the spine, cats, and inhale, release the belly, rounding up, gaze lifts, heart up, cow. Exhale, cat. Moving with the breath. Inhale up, big arch, and exhale, big round, finding a nice exaggeration in the spine, moving at the time of your breath, doing our best to extend and lengthen our breath every chance we get, maybe making us move a little bit slower, taking advantage of all the air. Closing the eyes down, let's find some free movement. So meaning we can shift the hips side to side, or maybe make circles in the hips, in the shoulders. Not paying attention or minding how it looks, really just going into how it feels. Again, maybe embodying the serpent, feeling the joints move in all of the ways it can, bringing the neck the shoulders, the spine, the hips. Just moving freely, tuning into what the body needs and trusting, and it'll show up in the ways that it knows how, trusting your intuition. And landing back to child's pose. Gazing down to the ground, giving thanks for the body, for this vehicle in which we get to experience all of this lifetime. Inhaling, rise back up to tabletop, anchoring in through the left hand. Inhale, reach the right arm up. And exhale, thread the needle, bringing that arm through, placing it onto the ground. Pressing the back of the hand, the arm, the shoulder into the mat to activate. Not just sinking in. We want a nice balance of stretching and activation. Notice if you're leaning in our face as well, maybe bringing the top of the head on more onto the mat. Hips stay squared. The left hand can stay in front of the face. Walk the fingers forward, or you may bring it to the lower back, the back of the hand on the lower back, preparing for a bind. Extending sending the left leg out to the side and twisting, gazing up to the ceiling. Releasing the left hand back to the face, pressing into the ground, transitioning a little bit differently. We're reaching the right hand out to the side to find our gate pose. Reaching the left arm overhead. Finding a nice straight line from fingertip to foot. Extending through the side body. Inhale, open, press through the hand on the ground, lift. And as you exhale, bring that left knee in, sweeping all the way to the side, child's pose with a sideline stretch. Exhale. We'll move breath to movement between those two postures. Inhale, sweeping that right hand out to the side, left leg extends. Inhale, reaching the left arm up. And exhale, sweeping into child's pose over side body. Nice. Inhale, up, gate pose. And exhale, child to the left. One more time. Inhale, back up. And exhale, over to the left. Walking the hands to center, rising up to your tabletop, other side, rooting in through the right hand. Inhale, bringing the left arm up. Exhale, thread the needle through, placing that left hand onto the mat, really pressing it into the ground, through the arm, the shoulder as well. Find length through that neck, extending through that upper cervical spine, to note crinking into the face, bringing more of that connection to the temple, and extending the right leg out. Twisting a little bit further, combining the shoulder stretch and a twist. Pressing into the ground with the right hand, press yourself up, walk the left hand over, sweep the right arm up, gate pose, looking under that arm. Nice extension from the right fingertip all the way down to that right foot. Inhale up, press into the ground. And with the exhale, knees together, sweep the arms all the way to the right. Inhale up, finding that gate pose, lift, extend, open. And exhale, flow to the right. Inhale up. And exhale over. Two more. Rise with the inhale up into your gate. And exhale, flow. Child's pose to the right. One more time. Inhale up. And exhale over. Walk the hands in front. Rise just enough To bring the hips over the knees, walk the hands forward, release the chest down, the heart melts to the ground, forehead or chin to the mat, puppy pose. Breathing into the chest, the shoulders, the back body, a big opener here. Again, this nice activation, pressing slightly into the mat, protecting over stretching, finding the breath, noticing if it's shortened, keep it fluid. Last round here. Gaze forward as we bring our hips down to the ground, hands out to the side, tenting the fingers, elbows up, pressing the tops of the feet into the mat, hips into the earth, relax the glutes, exhale all the stale air out. Inhale, rise, lifting up through the body, through the chest. And as you exhale, sink one shoulder down, and then the other, all the way down to the mat. Inhale, rise. Let's add a hiss as we exhale, slithering down. Inhaling up, embodying the serpent. Inhale, rise. And exhale down. Bring yourself down to the mat. Bring the hands down, forehead on, to use them as a pillow. And begin to just rock the hips side to side. This connection to the body, to our senses, to the serpent is a gift, a reflection in which we can take time to see what the old can be used to be recycled, to become new in our present moment, in our new self and who we are in today, in the now. This is how we evolve and we grow. We use our past, our experiences, our story, our history as building blocks to continue to grow. And in the lower world, those are where those building blocks come from. And so we mustn't be afraid of the darkness, of the shadows, of the things that might not necessarily look good. There's gifts and beauty in it. There's nothing to fear. Hands coming back underneath the shoulders, crossing yourself back into your child pose. Giving thanks to the lower world. Giving thanks to the ability to traverse into this space with knowledge of what may be there, with support on how to navigate with our intuition and our senses. It's a beautiful place to explore within ourselves. It's the truths of who and how and what we are. It's our uniqueness and how we can show up into the world. This space is within us whenever we need. But for now, thank you, Upipacha, Pachamama, for your blessings and your gifts and for safeguarding us in this space. Aho. Full breath in and then sigh it out the mouth. We start to call in our next phase, our next world, our next realm, the middle world. Hands come towards the body. Head is heavy as you inhale, slowly roll up one vertebra at a time, arriving last in thunderbolt, rocking forward for a moment to tuck the back toes, bringing the pinkies in as well, beginning to feel a nice stretch in the bottom of the feet, opening up the fascia through the whole body through this. And we're In this fire, in this activation, we call in Kaipacha, the middle world, this realm, the one that we can see and feel and work in with as together in the world of the elements, of emotions, a world where we can be empowered, a world where we can take the darkness and bring it to light, where we can transmute those old stories, where we can use them as knowledge, as help for others. Our stories can even help one other to share we're not alone. That is a beautiful world that we can connect in. Breathing into the feet, lift up through the spine, lift up through the heart. And releasing, bringing the hands forward, tap out the toes if that feels nice. And plant the hands, one handprint forward of the shoulders. Tuck those toes again, take a breath in. And exhale, hips up to the sky, a little bend in the knees, down dog. Really finding length through the spine and then connecting through the hands, really pressing into all of the knuckles, all of the fingers, not just in the wrists. Rolling the shoulders, not only away from the ears, but also from each other. Really extending the hips up to the sky. And then slowly straightening out the legs, breathing into the back body. And slowly walk it out, and one leg in, and then the other. Maybe even shifting the hips side to side, or doing whatever you feel is juicy and yummy for your body in your down dog. Down dog is such an intricate pose that can be absorbed and detailed so much every time we come into it, and taking our time to get even more familiar. Gazing between the hands, inhale, rise up onto the toes. Exhale, bend the knees a lot at the bottom of your breath. Walk, step forward to a forward fold. Hands come at the shins. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. And exhale, bend the knees, really folding forward, gazing between the legs. Top of the head towards the ground. And shake the head no. Shake the head yes. Keeping it bent through the knees, release the hands, head is heavy, slowly roll up one vertebra at a time, arriving at the top of the mat. Rolling the shoulders back, shining the palms forward. Tadasana, mountain pose. Connecting through the feet, anchoring down as you feel that energy lift up through the legs. Slight lift at the kneecaps to activate the thighs. Lengthen through the tailbone, feeling that back body extend towards the ground as that front body lifts up through the midline. Shoulders back, heart lift. And a line or a string at the back of the head, lifting up, finding length through the back of the neck. Arriving in the standing position, feeling this connection between the ground and the sky, between earth and heaven. We are a conduit, a vessel to experience here in this world. Shining the palms forward. Inhale, reach the arms up, gaze up towards the fingertips, and exhale, bringing the hands together through the midline, bowing down all the way to the floor, forward fold. Hands come at the shins, inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. And exhale, plant the hands, step back, find high plank. Full breath in, full breath out. Inhale, shift the weight forward. Exhale, release the knees, hips stay high. Exhale, chest and chin. Release the toes, hips come down. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, press yourself back up. Tuck the toes, hips up to the sky, down dog. Full breath in, full breath out. Gaze between the hands. Inhale, rise up onto the toes. Exhale, bend the knees a lot. And step forward to your forward fold. Hands at the shins. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold it out. Inhale, this time root to rise. Straight the spine, lift up through the heart, lift up through the hands, up to the sky. And exhale, hands to heart center. Going through our flow and navigating in which version, our chaturanga, our vinyasa we want to take. So that was option 1. Again, mountain pose, shining the palms forward. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. And exhale, mini back bend. Inhale, back up. Exhale, hands together through the midline, forward fold, bow with a straight spine. Hands at the shins, inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. And exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, step back to your high plank. Taking a full breath in, full breath out. Second option, releasing the knees down to the ground, coming into a modified plank. Inhale, shift the weight forward. Exhale, slow, bending the arms, elbows to the body, shoulders no lower to the elbows. And then release the hips down. And then inhale, rise to your cobra. Exhale, hips up to the sky, down dog. Nice. Feeling your strength, your power. Our animal, our one who represents the middle world is our puma. Our animal that is the cat, the feline that navigates, that prowls in the jungle. And so we embody this sensation of feeling our strength, our elegance, drawing on our fingers, feeling our paws, our claws, rooting in, feeling our spine the way that we can navigate fluidly, smoothly, like water, like silk in the movements of our body. Inhale, rise up onto the toes, gaze between the hands, bend the knees a lot. Exhale, step forward to your forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, fold it out. Hands out to the side. Inhale, rise with a straight spine. Exhale, hands to heart center. Pressing the palms together, keeping that activation through the arms. Lift up through the heart. Notice the heart rate lifting, keeping the breath slow, keeping this balance between the right, the left, between effort and ease, between strength and fluidity. We'll go for one more round of Sun A, mountain pose. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, press the palms together, forward fold all the way down. Hands at the shins, inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, bend the knees, step back to your high plank. Now you can do those first 2 options, or if you're ready, or if you like to play and try, we'll do full chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, shift the weight forward. Exhale, bending the arms, shoulders no lower than the elbows, and tuck the toes. Inhale, rise to upward facing dog. Straight arms, just hands and feet on the mat. With the exhale, hips up to the sky, down dog. Full breath in, full breath out. Very good. Inhale, rise up onto the toes, bend the knees a lot, gaze between the hands, and at the bottom of the exhale, step forward, forward fold, hands at the shins, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold it out. Hands out to the side, inhale, root to rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Feeling the fire, the activation beginning to rise. We'll continue to flow. Hands down, mountain pose. Inhale, reach them up. Exhale, mini back bend, goalpost the arms, lift up through the heart. Inhale, rise, lift the arms, gaze forward. Exhale, hands together, forward fold, down to the earth. Hands at the shins, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, go through whatever flow you wish. Find that high plank, inhale once. Exhale, inhale, shift the weight forward. Go through whatever version you like. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, arrive back to down dog. Full breath in, full breath out. Inhale the right leg high. Keep that right pinky toe down to keep the hips squared. And as you exhale, bend the knees, step that right foot to where the right wrist is. Feet on nice train tracks rather than a tightrope. And when you're ready, inhale, rise, lift up to crescent. Exhale, bring the right hand all the way back, left hand forward for a closed twist. Inhale, arms back up. Exhale, mini back bend. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold, bow, arms sweep back. Inhale, rise up to crescent. Exhale, plant the hands. Step back to high plank, go through your flow, or you may meet in down dog. You always can choose to skip the flow and know that child's pose is always an option. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step it through where that left wrist is, and inhale, rise up. Exhale, left hand back, right hand forward. Inhale, up. Exhale, mini back bend. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, bow forward, arms back. Inhale, rise. And exhale, down, going through your flow. Or meeting in down dog. Using your breath as your leader. Inhale, rise up onto the toes, gaze between the hands. Exhale, bend the knees. Bottom of the breath, walk or float. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold it out. Inhale, hands out to the side, root to rise up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Pause. Finding connection with the breath. Being in the space, being in the energy, being in your heat, being in the here and now. Being full in this moment. In our entirety, in all that we are. Bringing it all into our center, to our light. Allowing our truth to empower us. The knowledge of who we are is our strength. Mountain pose, we'll go through that same flow one more time. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, mini back bend. Inhale, arms extend. Exhale, hands together through the midline, bow down, hinging from the hips, forward fold. Hands at the shins, inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, bend the knees, step back, go through your flow, or meet in down dog. Again, your choice. Maybe playing and doing different ones each time, mixing it up than we normally do, challenging or listening if we need to soften. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step the right foot through. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, sweeping the right hand back, close twist. Inhale, rise. Exhale, mini back bend. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, bow, hinge forward, arms back. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, flowing all the way down to the floor. Inhale, the left leg high. Exhale, step it through to where the left wrist is. Inhale, bringing the arms up, crescent. Exhale, sweeping the left arm back, close, twist. Inhale, back up. Exhale, mini back bend. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold and bow. Inhale, up. Exhale, plant the hands, step it through, go through your flow. We're meeting down dog, taking your time. Leading with the breath. Reminding ourselves not to rush the moment. Gaze between the hands. Inhale, rise up onto the toes. Exhale, bend the knees a lot. Step forward to your forward fold. Hands at the shins. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. And exhale, fold it out. Inhale, arms out to the side, root to rise. And exhale, hands to heart center. We'll come to the middle of our mat. Let's stop and break it up with the pranayama, one of my favorites. This one is called Breath of Joy. And through its name, it's a good indicator that this breath really brings joy. I really love it. So if we're feeling down or if we need energy, bring a smile to our face. This is a great breath, a practice to bring into our daily life. We begin by bringing our feet out wider than hip distance, wider than shoulder distance, and keeping bend in the knee, right? It's really important not to lock the legs out. Our hands are in thumbs, yeah? We have 3 inhales to 1 exhale, and it looks something like this. We bring our hands up on an exhale, or inhale, hands out, and inhale again, up. And with the exhale, we hinge from the hips, keep a bend in the knees, we bow down, the hands come back and up. We inhale, sweep up, sweep out, sweep up, and exhale down. And we'll speed it up, like so. Yes. So we'll do it together. We'll do 10. I will count for us. So let's begin. Prepare. Find your stance. Find your thumbs. Hands out to the side. Let's take a natural breath in together. Sigh it out. And let's begin. Two more. Last one. And hang out here. We bring the hands to the ground. Or let the head hang. And maybe arms to the earth and sway from side to side. Giving thanks for our ability to bring so much energy and cultivate this purity, this cleansing, just simply through our movement and our breath. Keeping a bend through the knees, slowly roll on up. One vertebra on our at a time. Head comes up last. We'll arrive back at the top of our mat and going through some more flows. Mountain pose. Rooting through the feet. Lifting all the way up the body. Connecting in stillness for a moment before we flow. Inhale, reaching the arms up to the sky. And exhale, mini back bend. Inhale, reach up, extend. Exhale, fold, flow all the way down, forward fold. Hands at the shins, inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold, plant the hands. Go through your flow. Meeting in down dog. Exhaling, hips up to the sky. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, bend the knee, open up the hip. Stacking one hip over the other. Let's rotate the ankle one way and then the other. Notice if that right shoulder has gone with the right hip. Bring it back square to the mat. And let's inhale, square off the hips, lengthen that leg. Exhale, step it now between the hands. Rotate that back heel down, front heel to middle foot of the back foot of alignment. Inhale, rise all the way up to reverse warrior. Lifting the right arm up and back. Side body stretch rather than a back bend. Inhale, lift. And exhale, straighten out that front leg. Reach forward and then down. Hand on the inside of the thigh, gazing up if the neck allows. And inhale, little bend through that front leg, rise to reverse triangle. Exhale, bend through the front leg, extended side angle. Sweeping that left arm up, bicep by the ear, opening up through the heart. And inhale all the way up, finding a star pose, 5-pointed star. Exhale, bend through this left knee, halfway Skandasana, hands to heart center. Inhale, rise, gaze up. Exhale, hands to heart, hinge from the hips, flat back, forward fold, Prasarita. Inhale, hands underneath the face. Let's walk ourselves to the front of the mat, runner's lunge. Exhale, inhale, just gaze up for a moment. Exhale, plant the hands, go through your flow, and meet in down dog. Finding a nice strong flow, breath to movement with our warrior, with our strength, feeling our power, feeling our core, feeling our muscles, our blood, our ability, what we are capable of. Inhale, the left leg high. Exhale, bend that knee, flex the foot, heel towards the glute, left shoulder down if it wants to follow that left hip. Don't let it as you rotate the ankle one way and then the other. Inhale, square off the hips, lengthen. Exhale, step that left foot between the hands in the middle. Rotate that back foot down. Inhale all the way up, a reverse warrior. Exhale, straighten out that front leg. Look up, triangle. Inhale, lift up through the hands. And exhale, reverse triangle. Inhale, reverse triangle. And exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, up to star. Exhale, bend that right leg, hands to the heart, half ninja, half Skandasana, Ardha Skandasana. Inhale, up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, walk to the front of the mat, runner's lunge. Inhale, gaze up. Exhale, plant the hands, go through your flow, or meet in down dog. Down dog, full breath in, full breath out. Inhale, gaze between the hands, rise up onto the toes. Exhale, bend the knees a lot. Walk or float, top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, hands at the top, at the shins, halfway lift. Exhale, fold it out. Hands out to the side, root to rise, up to the sky, look up to the fingertips. And exhale, hands to heart center. We'll go through that flow again, mountain pose, hands out. Inhale, up to the sky. Exhale, mini back bend. Inhale, arms up, gaze forward. Exhale, hands together through the midline, bowing down to yourself, down to the ground. Hands up the shins, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, go through your flow. Meeting in down dog. Breath to movement, we got this. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, open up the hip. Inhale, lengthen that leg, back up. Exhale, step it through. Inhale all the way up, reverse warrior. Exhale to triangle. Inhale, reverse triangle. And exhale to extended side angle. Inhale up to star. Exhale, half ninja. Inhale up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold, wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, walk yourself back to the front of the mat, runner's lunge. Inhale, gaze up. Exhale, plant the hands, step back. And you know what to do. Go through your flow. Meeting together in down dog. Inhale, the left leg up. Exhale, bend the knee. Inhale, rise, lengthen the leg. Exhale, step the foot between the hands. Rotate that back heel down. Inhale all the way up. Reverse the warrior. Exhale, forward to triangle. Inhale, rise, reverse triangle. Exhale, down, extended side angle. Inhale, up to star. Exhale, bend the right leg, ninja. Inhale up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, forward fold all the way down. Inhale, rise. And exhale, walking yourself back to the front of the mat, runner's lunge. Inhale, gaze up. Exhale, plant the hands. And move through your flow, finding down dog. Using this as a moment for rest, finding peace and calm, even though we're nice and warmed up, and energized, finding balance within both, and releasing the knees down, coming to find child's pose. Very good. Nice staying in child's pose here, finding this love for our practice, for our body, for this community, for yoga, that it's found us. Lots of love, unconditional love here from our heart space. A beautiful reminder in which this is where we want to live and execute our life from, leading from our heart space. Most of the time I lead from our heart space in yoga practice, but that's a great place to lead from in life. Leading from our heart, unconditional love. Maybe bringing the hands down the side body, finding an embryo variation of child's pose, and gently rocking from side to side. Allowing this rocking to create a soothing sensation in the body and in the nervous system. As we give thanks to access of the middle world of K-Pacha. Recognition that it is the world we operate in. It is the world we exist in, we live in. The world that we can thrive in if we choose to show up. Show up in our authenticity, show up in ourself with self-love and love for others, compassion, kindness. Giving thanks to the Puma, who teaches us how to be clear and have precision. Teaches us to know when it's the time to make the right moves, to make decisions and discernment in our life. No one's going to live our life for us. It's our choice to show up for it, to be in it. Because we just have this one time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hands from underneath the shoulders as we slowly inhale, rolling up. Bringing the hands back to the body so we're on the tops of our feet, plantar flexion. Begin to rock the knees up. Oh, a nice little prep for me. Feeling a nice stretch in the top of the feet, lifting up through that heart. Slowly coming back down, hands come forward. We'll tap the back toes one more time as we rock back, lifting the heels up this time. Finding a little bit of a toe balance, hands together, bringing the shoulders over the hips. And begin to press the tops of the feet forward a little bit more. Nice toe balance. Full breath here. And with the inhale, we begin to rise as we inhale up to the upper world. Onto the toes, up high into the sky, into the heavens. And exhaling, releasing the toes down. We are at the back of our mat. We'll do a walk forward, and this walk is us flying, taking our time to walk up in the cloud, to flap our wings, to fly wing to wing with spirit, with our guides, with our ancestors, to whatever we believe, we see, we connect with in the upper realms of consciousness, of divinity, of light, of purity. The space in the heavens. Hands out to the side. Shifting the weight to the left foot. As you inhale, you begin to bring the right leg up to a tabletop position, floating the arms up to the sky. And as you exhale, slowly floating the foot down, stepping it in front, arms to the side. Next, same thing. Inhale, lifting the arms up, the left leg lifts. And exhale, stepping the foot forward. Inhale, rise, right leg up. And exhaling down. One more time. Inhale all the way up, left leg lifts, arms rise. And exhale down to the ground together. Inhale, flying, your wings flapping them up. And as you exhale, flying, swan diving down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift, bring the arms to the back, palms face down. Exhale, flow to the floor. Step back, finding a down dog. Walk the hands back towards the feet. Forward fold, back of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, arms float to the side, body to the hips, palms face down. Exhale, release, forward fold. Hands out to the side. Inhale, root to rise. Fly up, lifting up, gazing up. Exhale, floating the wings down. Shifting the weight to the right foot. Inhale, bring the left leg up. Exhale, floating it down. Feeling yourself fly. Inhale, up, feeling the wind underneath your wings. Feeling your essence be carried up into the sky, into the ethers, into the universe. Inhale up, where we can see the world in the biggest picture, see the collective consciousness, the collective connection to us all. One more time, finding that inhale, lift the right leg up. And it's a beautiful view to look from, seeing the truth. Sometimes we overcomplicate things and we want them to be more complex than they are. The truth of love and light is simple, and it is our humanness that makes it overcomplicated. The upper world is a reminder. The condor reminds us that we can soar high above and see our world from the bird's eye view, see the bigger picture, see our dharma, our truth, with clarity, and simplicity, and ease. Mountain pose, hands out to the side. Inhale, fly up, arms lift. Exhale, fly down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, arms reach back. Exhale, hands on the mat, step the feet back, find your down dog, and walk the hands back towards the feet, forward fold at the back of the mat. Hands by the side, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, float down. Inhale, rise, lifting all the way up. And exhale, floating the hands down. Moving through the left leg, inhale, right leg up. And exhale down. Feeling the ease, inhale up. Feeling the space here. Inhaling up, flying high. And exhaling, gently coming down. Inhale up. And exhale. This time, bring the hands to heart center. Inhale, lift up through the body. And this time, as we exhale, hinging from the hips, bringing that left leg back, flying into warrior three. Hands can stay at the heart. You can bring them at the hips, out to the side, or begin to fly the wings. Looking down upon the world, we get to soar above, looking upon ourselves, our life, and the world around us, seeing it from this perspective may be that some things are in right size. Not always are they as big as we think they are. Up here, we can see that some of them are very small, and we are much bigger than them. On the next inhalation, a little bend to that right leg, bringing that left leg back up to that lifted, that stork position. Exhaling, bring that left leg down. And shifting the hip side to side, giving it a little shake. Hands out to the side, inhale, arms up. As you exhale, bring the hands under or down and around, right arm underneath. For our eagle arms, you may take hold of the left shoulder, left arm up, or back of the hands together, or for the full bind wrapping around. Bring the hips back, bend in the knees, lift that right leg up and over. You can float, you can use it as a kickstand or bring it all the way around the calf for a bind. Garuda Asana, our eagle pose, drawing the elbows away from the body as the shoulders roll back and over the hips. Inhale, lift up, lengthen, even if it's just energetically. And exhale, begin to hinge from the hips, engage the core, the back is flat. And bring one elbow to one knee, gazes at the ground. A nice connection, a squeeze in the arms, squeeze in the legs. And on our next breath in, inhale, rise, lift. And slowly unwind. Inhale, bring the arms up to the sky. And exhale, floating the hands down. Inhale, sweep up again. Other side, exhale, right, left arm comes underneath the right. Hold on to the shoulder. Back of the hands touch or for the full bind. Bring the elbows away from the body. Sink the hips back. Bend in the knees. Bring the left leg up and over. Let it float. Kickstand or all the way around for the bind. Sink in that knee. Lift the shoulders over the hips. Elbows away, shoulders back. Find that drishti, that focal point, something that's not moving. Inhale, lift and lengthen, even if it's just energetically. As you exhale, hinge from the hips, begin to fold forward. Elbow to knee touch, gaze at the ground, flying eagle. Full breath in, full breath out. Inhale, rise all the way back up. Unwind, sweep up to the sky. And exhale, flow, float, fly down, forward fold. A little bend in the knees. Take hold of opposite elbows. Let the head release, gaze between the legs. It's the back of your room. Let the head release, a natural decompression in the cervical spine. And if it feels nice in the body, maybe making an infinity sway, a figure eight, side to side. Release the hands. Head is heavy. Bend in the knees. Slowly roll up. One vertebra at a time. Head comes up flat. Still at the top of our mat. Hands out to the side. Inhale up to the sky. And exhale, flowing, floating, flying down. Inhale, halfway lift, arms to the back of the body, palms face down. Exhale, fold it out. Bring the feet back, find that down dog. And walk the hands towards the feet. Hands halfway lift, back floating towards the hips, palms face down. Exhale, release, forward fold. Hands out to the side, fly up to the sky. Inhale up. And exhale, releasing to the side body. Shifting to the right foot. Inhale, bringing the left leg up. And exhale, slowly heel, pinky toe, big toe, connect. Inhale, rise, lift, flying, floating up. Exhale, down. Connecting with our feathered friends, embodying the ones who fly. Exhale. One more time. Inhaling, bringing your right leg up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Now lift up through the spine, through our stance. As you exhale, begin to hinge at the hips, bringing that right leg back, finding Warrior 3, Virabhadrasana 3. Floating over and finding that flow, maybe flying the arms, our wings, gazing down upon ourselves from the heavens. We'll be viewing us side by side with our ancestors, our guides, the ones who look after us, seeing us from there, the bird's eye view. Right. Little bend in the knee, inhale, rise, back up. And exhale, hands to heart center. A little shake. And let's come and find our blocks and bringing them in front. On top of our mat. Toes out to the side, heels in a little bit wider than hip distance, about shoulder width. Inhale, lengthen. And as you exhale, start to bend in the hips, in the legs, and finding a Malasana squat, maybe with a block or not. Pressing the hands together to connect the arms with the inner legs to help lift that heart once more. Shoulders over the hips. Drinking in the breath, bringing it all the way down to the hips. This nice compression, this nice flexion here. When we let go, a nice flush will go through this area, through our hips, through our glands. Fresh, oxygenated blood will flow through our body. Taking the right hand down on the inner thighs still, connecting with the earth. And then reach the left arm up, gazing up towards the fingertips. And then rotate the wrist in one direction and then the other. Inhale, lift and lengthen, and exhale, bring the thumb down, palm back. And we'll bring that hand to the lower back, to the sacrum for a half bind, or maybe for a full bind. Touching to the fingertips, a nice internal rotation, a little stretch as you look up towards the ceiling. And slowly release. Hands to the center once more to find that lift, that lengthen. And then releasing the left hand down, still connecting at that inner thigh. And then reach the right arm up, gaze towards those fingertips. And rotate the wrist in one direction. And then the other. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, flip the palm, thumb down, bring the back of the hand to the low back for half bind. Or if you'd like, wrapping the hand, this left hand behind as well, to go for the full bind. Gazing up to the ceiling. And slowly releasing. Hands to heart center, pray. And the heart's lifting up, lengthen. And as we release, plant the hands forward. We can use a block to bring our gaze to, if we'd like. And we can also use our block that we're sitting on for our toes as we do a little bit of play and crow. Yeah. So we're going to have our chaturanga arms. We place our hands shoulder distance, and I will rock myself forward to get my elbow over my wrist. That's what I'm looking for. And then as I lift my hips up, I stay on my toes. I shimmy my legs to where my knees connect with my upper triceps, my upper arm bones. And you can just shift forward and back and see how that feels. And then we can bring our toes onto the block and find a little bit of height and see how that feels. And then as we continue to rock forward, you can bring one leg up and then the other. And then slowly you can play with lifting both and bringing the toes to touch. Like to call this yogi playtime. So explore, have fun, give yourself some confidence to play. And if we fall, we roll, we go with it. And taking our time, and when we're ready, we'll come back down onto the mat, onto our knees, bring the hips to the side, all the way down. Hips in the middle of the bat, arms lift, lift and lengthen, and slow with control, bringing yourself all the way down. For a moment, bring the feet as wide as your mat, knees together. Bring the left hand on the heart, the right hand onto the belly. Feeling that connection to the body through the hands. And allow that connection to deepen in the breath. Recalling yourself in the practice. Fully collecting yourself here. Giving thanks to each world, to the Chicana, to the traditions, to the people who carry them, to the ones who came before us, to the ones who taught us, to the ones who carry the messages still. In gratitude for the experience that allowed us to receive them. Bring both legs into the body, hands come onto the shins, and a gentle rock from side to side, massaging the spine and the lower back. And bring the hands to the kneecaps and spin 3 times. 1, 2, 3, and the other way, 3 directions. Extend the left leg out, keep the right leg in, interlace the fingers below the knee at the shin. Keep that left foot flexed to keep the left leg activated, hugging the right leg into the chest, and then guiding it towards the outer body, knee coming into the armpit. Creating a tourniquet effect or a hold. Again, to massage this area, to massage the ascending colon, the large intestines on the side of the body. And releasing. Left hand comes to the left hip. Right hand comes on to the calf, the ankle, or the outer of the foot. And sending that foot up to the sky, knee towards the earth. Half happy baby. Ardha Ananda Balasana. Rooting the shoulders still down. And we switch. Carry that knee towards the center. Left hand comes onto the outside of the right thigh. Left hand comes out shoulder height. Pick up the hips, bring that left hip under just so the right hip can come on top as the right knee goes to the left. Gaze can be up or towards the right. I like to bring my fist underneath my knee. If it's floating, you may also bring a block. I'm really liking to keep this right shoulder down. So if it ends up floating up, just unwind, anchor into your foundation, lengthen through the spine, and find a nice twist. Unwinding, send the legs long, reach the arms up to the sky, full body stretch. Inhale, reach, 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 reach. And exhale, engage the core, bring both legs in. This time round the forehead towards the knees, lifting the head and the shoulders. Point the toes, squish the face, activate everything. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And releasing the right leg out. Keep the left leg in. Interlacing underneath the knee, hugging into the chest first, and then guiding it towards the outer body, clearing the rib cage, bringing it up into the armpit. Holding that squeeze, activating the muscles, massaging the descending colon on this side. So nice activation through the right side leg as well. And we switch, bring the right hand onto the right hip. Left hand comes onto the calf, the ankle, or the foot, bringing the foot towards the ceiling, knee towards the ground, bringing the left shoulder back onto the mat. Half happy baby. And slowly release. Right hand comes to the outside of the left thigh. Left hand out to the side. Pick up the hips, bring the right hip under, left hip over as we twist to the right, gaze up towards the ceiling or towards the left. Keeping the left shoulder rooted and anchored down. Nice twist. Massaging our inner organ. Bringing out any residual energy. And as we release, lengthen the legs, reach the arms up. Full body stretch. Reach, 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 reach. And slowly bring the arms down to the side. Palms up. Feet out. Heels in, toes out. Pick up the space you need. For a moment, lift up the hips and roll the lower body, that lower spine, onto the mat, lengthening onto the ground a little bit better. And one at a time, rolling the shoulders down, away from the ears, closer to the hips. A little tuck of the chin to feel length in the back of the neck. A resting position, Shavasana. Here we rest, here we integrate. Here we still stay present and connect to the moment as we merge and form with the energy in the universe, the infinite universe that we all have access to and around us. Beautiful gift we can give ourselves in peace, stillness, while we focus on our highest self. Focus simply on our breath, our life force, our prana. As you inhale, feel the belly rise. As you exhale, feel the belly fall. As you inhale, you feel that belly rise. But notice how your essence extends and floats above you, hovers for a moment. Exhale, it comes back, the belly sinks, and you can feel yourself extend and seep into the earth below. Playing with this extension, playing with this expansion, seeing that we can access our energetic fields with our breath and our connection to our awareness, our consciousness. We can choose how we want to show up. We can choose what we want to think about, how we want to think about things. And the gift of these worlds, these realms, offer us perspective and guidance. These teachings forever unfolding. Thank you, Tosha, and the serpent, showing us to trust our senses, our instincts, to explore in our depth, and to face them rather than run or hide. And give thanks to Kaipacha and the Puma, who shows us how to live in a world of precision, of self-love, and clarity and fluidity. And giving thanks to Hanakapacha and the condor, to our feathered friends, the ones who remind us and show us how to fly high, to be in tune, to be in space with spirit, with the ones who watch from above. Slowly bring awareness back into the body by taking 3 deep cycles of breath. Wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes, and gently rock the head back from side to side. When you're ready, inhale, reach the arms above the head. And as you exhale, rolling onto the right side of the body, our day side, our Surya side. If we're starting our day, allowing our system to know and prepare for the day ahead. And keeping this essence, this energy from Shavasana, carrying it with us as we rise up to a seated position, maybe keeping the eyes closed or the eyelids heavy, remaining our awareness inward. Hands come to the heart, lift up through the left center, heart to the fingers, chin to chest. In this first moment, I invite you to honor yourself, to honor your body and what it is capable of doing for you, for it is our vehicle, our temple in which we get to experience this lifetime in. Thank you, body. And honoring your choice and your decision to show up onto your mat today, not only for you, but for each of us here. For when we practice together, we are stronger. The divine light that resides in me recognizes, respects, honors and loves the divine light that resides in each of you. Namaste. Hmm. Aho, sweet friend. Thank you so much for coming today. We hope to see you soon. Hmm.